Welcome back to Comics, the podcast where we look through two comics each week. Wonder Woman #1 is our subject today. This is a facsimile edition of George Perez's first run or first issue of Wonder Woman. And this is a really cool,
fantastic
panoramic sort of cover. I love this army behind her.
The detail.
Yeah, the detail that went into all the buildings and everything.
These doves, that's
a
really
lot of
nice.
artists, I think, would abstract the background a little bit more. There's a lot of lines there.
That's very artistically done. Wow.
I know, I kind of spoiled the big splash page reveal, because first we get this sort of setup to the story. The gods are dead, killed by one god, the one god. Between the men of the new and those of ancient times, there will no longer be a thought in common. Ferdinand Lot. That's a quote that's kind of framing this gateway to our story here. 30,000 BC. Today, your tribe cast you out. They mocked you, called you useless, called you an animal. Only yesterday you were called a man. You hunted with men and fought with men. That was before you met the Sabretooth. The one who bested you. The one who took your hand. He has a severed hand there. Oof. It's like steaming. Now, you are a man no more, for men are hunters, and hunters need hands. That makes you afraid, but you must show no fear. Remember what the tribe teaches. Fear is for women. So you hide your face, quell your trembling. Still, somehow she knows. And when she touches you, when you hear her sympathetic whining, you curse her. I know, it's kind of setting up our theme of patriarchal anger or control. So you pull away, but she insists. You try to ignore her, but her whimpering taunts you, teases you, emasculates you, makes you snap. And when your temper cools, when the echo of her scream has been swallowed by the air, you hear it, a muffled stirring within her, and a voice, as if from the earth itself, whispering, calling, beckoning, making something happen that you cannot understand. And it makes you want to scream. So like her spirit or her soul launches out into the sky.
She cries into the void.
And we are revealed our amazing splash page. I love the pink.
Yeah.
With the sort of yellowish and eggshell kind of colors. It's a really cool color scheme. And
it's amazing.
I guess Mercury, his red cape is really accented there. That's cool. The Princess and the Power. This is Mount Olympus in 1200 BC. And yeah, they're giving credit to the originator of Wonder Woman and that beautiful font there, William Moulton Marston. And the script is by Greg Potter. As I mentioned, this is co-plotted and penciled by George Perez and inked by Bruce Patterson. Costanza did the letters. He likes spicy chicken. Tatiana Wood for the colors, and Karen Berger was the editor. Nice. Lord Zeus, King of Gods, listen not to these babbling fools. It is true that man must now be dealt with. I really like the way they draw Ares here. But if the gods wish to secure their power on earth, heed the words of your son Ares, god of war. My half-sister Artemis has proposed to create a new race of mortals on earth, a race which she claims shall make men worship us as never before. My lord, this plan is lunacy. If Olympus truly desires to own men's hearts, if power is our ultimate aim, then let Ares descend upon these weak-kneed mortals, and with the dogs of war I shall crush them into eternal submission. No, Ares, violence will make man fear us, not follow us. Our intent with this new race is to set an example, to show man and woman's true place with earth, with each other, as Gaia had meant it to be. I like this around his word bubbles. There's like jagged edges.
Yeah.
Force is all men understand. Force is all they worship, and I am force incarnate. Lord Zeus, Ares' way shall destroy us all. If man dies, shall we not also perish? So the gods depend on the beliefs.
Right.
And, the faithfulness, the faith of the human beings. The cat's really going crazy in the background there. There is truth in my sister's words, Father Zeus. Men worship the gods, and through their worship we grow strong. Without their goodwill, we shall become as nothing in man's world. So, Apollo, you agree with Artemis?
Look at the detail in his hair.
Yeah, all the beard curls.
Wow.
There's really just a lot of exquisite detail in this. I love, even around like this fire basin,
Yeah.
there's the ornate designs. It's very Baroque in style. I like this perspective shift.
It's like Escher.
MC Escher, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're sort of arguing about the best way to, guide this new race of mortals and their relationship to them. And of course, Ares, it's like, I'm the god of war. I think war is the best thing.
Of course.
I love this pinkish purple border on this emanating energy here. She turns her back on you, as does Zeus. In the end, Artemis, your new race shall matter not. Man builds his world through empire, and empires are born of murder and destruction, born of war. Thus will man's heart ultimately belong to Ares. And even Zeus himself shall someday bow before my power. Ha 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 ha.
Wonder what he really said.
So they're going to go to Earth's darkest quarter. I love the sort of like submerged architecture, or like stalactites, stalagmites.
Nice.
With some of these ornate pillars.
Ferryman comes.
Artemis, Athena, have you news? Aye, Demeter, but not that for which we'd hoped. Your brother Zeus opposes us not, yet he defends us not either. And my nephew Ares? Why even ask, Demeter? My former husband is against us. Aphrodite knows him only too well. I am pleased that you too did come, Hestia. I know you usually avoid that which divides the gods. As always, I bow to your wisdom, Athena. My companions, do you not feel the air grow chill? Charon, the ferryman, comes. Only he who ferries souls across the river to eternal rest, or to eternal damnation, can guide us to our destination. Yet for his services he asks a price. Give him a lock of your hair, Aphrodite. For even in the cold depths of Hades, the spell of your incomparable beauty works its magic. Where does the ferryman take us, Athena? To a part of Hades so sacred, even Charon, older than the Styx itself, has never made this journey. Yet his instincts guide him as if it were his home. I know this place. I have never been here, yet somehow I know it. Aye, Aphrodite, it is the well of rebirth, the cavern of souls. It is in truth the source from which all life once sprung. It is the womb of Gaia, mother of us all. Those lights are souls of women, their lives cut short by man's fear and ignorance. Gaia took them under her care before she left this plane. Now they await rebirth. Their new destiny begins here. They have wailed in limbo for centuries. Soon they shall wail no more. I love the detail on this sort of whirlpool of souls. Soon they shall sing the song of life. Artemis opens her mouth, and that's a cool kind of triptych division in this bottom corner of, if this was a comic from our previous issue from the earlier age, there'd be a huge text box of like, true believers, the sensational, the remarkable, all the adjectives. But these more contemporary comics, this is the 80s, I think, they let the images tell the story.
Yes.
And it's got even more like that in the more, the comics coming out now are definitely more cinematic in that way. And the skies above fair Greece yawn wide, pouring thousands of souls from Gaia's womb. So all the Amazons, I guess, are being born here.
All from
popping out of the water.
Women who were battered to death.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
So that's where our frame narrative came in, is one of them now survives as an Amazon, that cave lady that got beat to death. So they are kind of listening to a inspirational speech here. You, Hippolyta, shall be queen over all my daughters. Antiope, you shall rule by your sister's side. See to it that these gifts we give are never abused. And wear you both these symbols of our trust. Gaia's girdle, never let it be removed. Now go, my daughters, henceforth you shall form a sacred sisterhood. Henceforth you shall be Amazons. But who is watching but evil old Ares here?
Wah, wah, wah.
Strokes his chin, but it's behind that helmet, so I'm not really sure how that works. So the echoes of Artemis's words fade, and the winds of time carry the years away, but upon the gale ride the voices of poets. Listen, from their mouths pour wondrous tales, tales of a city-state governed solely by women, of a place where compassion and justice reign, a place the poets call Themyscira. In this way, the power and the glory of the Amazons is soon known throughout all Greece. Yet kings do not like popularity, nor do they like power unless it's their own. Thus the rulers of Greece grow jealous of the Amazons, and so the poets are seized and bribed and threatened. Now are tales told of Amazon atrocities, of murders, wars, and thievery. Now do the goddesses cry from Olympus's heights, for their daughters have become outcasts, regarded by all mankind as different, strange, and even inhuman. Now mankind understands the Amazons not at all, and that which man does not understand he fears. My dearest Heracles, must you leave so soon? After all, it is not every day that I ply my trade with a demigod. My dalliance with you was but a brief respite from the tasks my ruler Eurystheus has set me. I must go. But in truth, I shall be glad when my labors are done. Hera has set a madness upon me which burns my soul, and I shall not cool until I have done Eurystheus' will.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, however you say that. Eurystheus.
Oh, Hercules. You silly boy.
So this is kind of a grisly image.
Whoa.
It's almost like the mirror scene in Poltergeist where the guy's pulling his face out, except it's consumed in flames. Or this is a very, from the show Supernatural, people are burning up on the ceiling and stuff. So, he becomes angry with her, holding up his journey here. I said, be silent. No woman nor man can say such a thing about Heracles. She's kind of making fun of him. I merely repeat what I've heard, what everyone has heard from the lips of the Amazon queen. Heracles, your legions are assembled. Then let us ride, Theseus. No longer do I desire to please women, only to conquer them. Excellent, my dear, excellent. Your lies have stirred such hatred within him. So Ares is making Heracles insecure and spreading rumors about the Amazon. And gosh, does this not look like a 1970s or 80s heavy metal album or something?
Yeah.
This is he's got some Judas Priest or something playing, or Iron Maiden maybe. But yeah, those blacks and blues and stuff, it really pops. Looks cool. He built his whole city on skulls and stuff.
That's a choice.
He committed. And it's such a great contrast in the color palettes between the enlightened world of Greece and Themyscira and these
heavy
edgelord kind of heavy metal stuff. Hear me, Artemis, he says, your feeble Amazons shall not rally men around the gods. Man craves war, and with each drop of blood he spills, man feeds me, strengthens me, worships me. Soon man shall forget all other gods, and Ares will rule supreme. So one thing that happens, that this is really funny, Heracles comes to the Amazons. He's now enraged by the gossip that they didn't actually say, the Hippolyta didn't say, but Ares' stooge was inciting here.
Stirring up trouble.
You see, Theseus, they hide in the trees like vipers. I am Heracles of Thebes. I demand to see your queen. So, Menelope, that which you foretold has come to pass. The army of Heracles awaits without our walls. I, Antiope, and I am filled with dread this day. Not I, Oracle. I am filled only with lust for revenge. Man has hunted us for too long. I say we kill this lot as a warning to all. Hush, Aela. Murder is Ares' way, not ours. So, you are Hippolyta, and you are the fabled Heracles. My oracle says you come to war upon us. That would be foolish. Why not join us instead in peace? Long have the Amazons desired to lead mankind toward a better way of life. Lead? You expect men to follow women? Heracles is your better harlot queen. In truth, Heracles, no mortal is your equal in brute strength. Yet in wisdom and art of battle, I am your superior. Then prove it. As you wish, my tosses him. And Hear you the laughter of my Amazons? Now I ask you to end this. I have no wish to harm you. And he uproots the whole tree.
Oh,
it is you who are in
no.
danger of harm, harlot queen. I am the son of Zeus himself. And he uses that as a battering ram. His blood, his power flows through my veins. I, Heracles, but your mother was a mortal, and mortals make mistakes. She's kind of runs up on the charging tree and bonks him on the head with the butt of her axe.
Mood. Good
Holds him at
mood.
knife point, too. Surrender or die, the choice is yours. Ha, Heracles is impressed. Men, lay back, the Amazons are worthy allies indeed. So he plays it off with good humor, seemingly.
Whoa.
And they have some kind of banquet to celebrate, like, oh, maybe we can be peaceful with each other. And but as they're toasting to their new peace, it has turned out that Heracles has poisoned her and
Oh no.
enslaves all the Amazons. So they betray them. It's a dark story. So Heracles and his army enslave all the Amazons because they just can't deal with the fact that they have a more enlightened society and they're better fighters.
God.
So yeah, he
That's kind of a timely issue as well.
right. I know. I was reading this. I'm like, gosh, the themes kind of resonate with things that are still happening. So he says, how stupid you have been. Did you truly believe I would be your ally? No woman is Heracles' equal, and no woman withholds herself from Heracles' embrace, even if she must be readied by drug and chain. Now I have made you a real woman. This girdle I take as a prize, a symbol of my conquest. And so she is, thinks everything is hopeless. They're imprisoned, but she has a vision in her prison here, in her prison cell. No, daughter, you have betrayed only yourself. Examine yourself, Hippolyta. Examine your race. Once the Amazons dreamed of leading mankind, but you chose to withdraw from humanity, to ignore the purpose for which you were created, and you grew bitter and corrupt. Have you forgotten the source of your power? Have you forgotten the example you were to set? Please, Athena, free me. I yearn to take revenge upon this Heracles. Bloody vengeance is not the answer, daughter. It is time for you to cleanse your soul, time to rededicate yourself to that which Gaia gave you. Only then shall you be free. And so she takes out this guard with her shackles here. That's great. He's like she's shattering his shield here. Your kind shall imprison mine no more. So it has a nice catharsis to it, at least, as she frees her fellow Amazons and they start kicking butt here. I guess they say bloody vengeance is not what they should do, but they are whooping on them. I don't know if they're
taking
killing
enough
people.
vengeance.
Just a little, not bloody, but like close. So let's see. For their souls boil with rage, their weapons like the fangs of maddened dogs drink deep of their enemies, and the ground at their feet is soon covered with crimson. And I love this overlay. It would be cool enough to have these panels. It's interesting they have a negative. I guess they do, that would be the one that would be covered the most.
Right.
By that interpolated image or whatever. So that's a really cool panel layout, though. You would never see that in a more retro comic.
No. And it breaks right out of the panels itself.
I know. It's awesome. So when it finally ends, when the screams of the enemy have been silenced, the victory cries of the Amazons buffet Hippolyta like a cold and callous wind. Well done, my sisters. Now let us ride after Heracles. Let us sack his home and reclaim your girdle. Then we shall slit his accursed throat from ear to ear. No, Antiope, never vengeance, never again. Athena has spoken to me. She waits for us by the shores of the Aegean. Athena? Where was she when Heracles murdered half my sisters? Where was she when mankind shunned us, hounded us, and hunted us? Renounce Athena, my sister. Avenge your Amazon dead. That is Ares' way, Antiope. We achieve no glory by embracing the dark god's power. So the kind of ideological conflict the gods, we're going through is kind of echoed in the humans who, divide this way. No, Antiope, I beg you, come with us. I cannot. May the fates be with you, Hippolyta. I shall always love you. So they decide to part ways because they just have different ways of reacting to being enslaved.
Yeah.
I love these shots of the gods appearing and parting the waters. Then the long walk to the Aegean. My daughters, you have failed us. You have forgotten the source of your power, forgotten the trust placed in you. For these failures, you must do a penance, one in which there is new honor, new responsibility. We shall send you to an island, beneath which lies an unspeakable evil. You shall be the jailers of that evil for all eternity. As long as you remain there and shirk not your new charge, you shall live as immortals, and your souls shall again become pure. Yet you must evermore wear the symbols of your former bondage as a reminder never to err again. That's why they have the gauntlets, or whatever you call it. What do you call it? A bangle? Something like that?
They're wrist. Yeah, maybe. They're not really gauntlets.
I can't think of the word.
Bands.
The wristbands. Goddess, where is this island? Where man may not easily discover it. It appears as a paradise, and so it shall be, as so long as you guard its vile secret well, and let no mortal man trespass its grounds. But attend you now, Poseidon clears a path to your new home. And so they're rebuilding their civilization. That's a nice, cool, it's a really cool island shot there of their new Greek society that they're rebuilding.
Got the Colosseum. Kind of.
So,
wow.
Paradise Island is the new place, and they haven't explained what that great evil is yet. That's kind of an ominous thing. And now we're finally getting caught up to the events that are most pertinent to the title of this, of course, Wonder Woman herself. Outside, beyond the seas, the world of man changes. Great civilizations rise and fall, but the Amazons know nothing of this. They hear only the voices of the old gods grow more distant, as if Olympus itself were being swallowed in the clouds, until finally, of all who did once commune with the gods, only Menelope remains able. Thus, it is that on this fateful night, during the 30th centennial of Paradise Island, the oracle of the Amazons does what her queen requests. Menelope, tell me, do the signs say anything about this feeling within me? What is this strange yearning which holds me so, that has had me in its grip lo these many months? Be at peace, Hippolyta. You feel the call of a great destiny. Know that you and all original Amazons are reincarnations. All of us knew life before the midwives plucked us from Gaia's womb, but only you, my queen, were pregnant at the time of your death.
Oh,
now you
that's
hear
right.
the call of your unborn daughter. Yeah, so it gives her a good reason
Yeah.
to, like a thematic or, they tie it all together in a satisfying way. This yearning, then, it is a yearning for my child? Because I remember hearing, I guess Wonder Woman was, made from clay. Why did they do that? I guess I didn't know enough about the character, but this is, in this telling, they kind of...
well, all men were made from mud.
Yeah, I guess you're saying, biblically?
In the Greek gods.
Oh, they made them from mud? Oh, really? Well, are the Amazons gods then?
No.
Because they give them immortality. I guess they are they demigods?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because they seem more powerful than mortals. I don't know. So, she has this yearning for a child. And if you would satisfy it, follow Artemis's bidding. So at sunrise to the shore and kneel there, go at sunrise. Then from the clay of paradise form you an image. Your heart shall race with anticipation, but steady yourself and shape the image with care. What if she was really bad at drawing, making stuff and altar be it's just like a stick figure with a crooked smile. Then open yourself to fair Artemis, that the midwife of all Olympus may enter you, and with her guidance let your spirit cry out unto the womb of Gaia. And through this ceremony they make Diana.
That is so cool.
And Diana proves to be a quick study of
She gets all the attributes of the female.
Oh, right. And I shouldn't skip over that. I, Demeter, grant her power and strength like that of the earth itself. I, Aphrodite, gave her great beauty and a loving heart. I, Athena, grant her wisdom. I, Artemis, kind of stingy. Everybody's giving her more than one thing. And Artemis, just wisdom. I, Artemis, shall give her the eye of the hunter in unity with the beasts. I, Hestia, grant her sisterhood with fire, that it may open men's hearts to her. I'm not sure how that works. Fire. I, Hermes, give her speed and the power of flight. All this will be hers as she grows to womanhood, and blessed too she be with great Gaia's gift, life. So she has all these attributes of this pantheon here of female mentors. She can handle gerbils, albino gerbils. Diana, the word sings from the lips of all Amazons. She is the only child they have touched in over 30 centuries. So yeah, she's being raised by a whole civilization of adults, and she's the only child.
Wow.
That must be weird. She gets the teachings of the queen's most learned scholars. They read her their history, that she might be one with them, heart and soul. And the more she matures, the more she excels. She's great at throwing spears and jumping and animal handling. When they hear, "Aye, by the gods, Philippus, that scream," they came from the oracle's chamber. "Menelippe, what is it?" The gods, they cry from Olympus, "There is danger. The queen, Philippus, call the queen." Footfalls echo through the palace. Then Menelippe tells her tale of the gods crying out in terror, of Ares gone insane, his might multiplied 1,000-fold, his being drawn magnet-like to some terrible power within man's world. This power, Menelippe, what is its nature? I know not, my queen. But with it, Ares may consume the very earth itself, and even paradise shall not be spared. And what of the gods? Can they not stop mad Ares? No, I know not why, but we are commanded to choose a champion, the very best among us. She shall prove herself through tournament and the trial of flashing thunder. She alone can save us, and she alone shall face Ares in the world of man. So who's going to win, do you think?
Oh, yeah.
But she has to actually break some rules. Mother, forgive me, I overheard you. By your leave, I wish to be included in this tournament. No. So she's afraid because she's a child that she says, your mother, your queen has spoken. Diana dons this gold armor to sneak into the competition. So she is way better at pushing these boulders and jumping over a hurdle, hitting people with sticks, and
Your
archery,
basics.
cool poses. And that's kind of that must be her like victory dance, because she's always doing that, crossing the arms, crossing the bangles.
It's a Manic Monday.
On the final day, this Amazon has indeed bested all, and her sisters roar for their approval. I learned that Prince wrote that song. I didn't know that. Manic Monday
I didn't
wrote
know
it
that
for
either.
them. Yeah, I know that he had written stuff for like Morris Day and the Time and other artists.
Yeah.
Anyway, sister, you have proven yourself champion this day. Now, if the gods be pleased, you shall pass this final test. Out of the flashing thunder, I award you now these silver bracelets. By them, all shall know you are the most worthy among us. Now let us see your face, that we and the gods might smile upon it. Great Hera, it cannot be. I'm sorry, mother, but Athena herself spoke to me as I sat by her statue. I know what I do is right. Diana! No, I forbid this. Hush, my queen, you mustn't. The princess won her place rightfully. You cannot fight the will of the gods. So don't say it's DEI. She earned it through merit.
Through merit.
It's not nepotism or anything. She is the queen's daughter, but she beat everybody. And that night at the Temple of Hades, one of these handmaidens pulls out a gun.
Yeah, that's...
This place, it chills me, Menelippe. Why have we come here? Princess, if you are truly the champion the gods would have, then it is here you must face the flashing thunder. Of all Amazons who have seen it, only those before you still live. For the flashing thunder is a secret and terrible part of our past. It is a great power which can destroy with but a single clap. So, of course, the flashing thunder is a handgun. My princess, prepare yourself, for I shall not miss. Diana, no. Mother, I do love you, and may the gods ever protect you. Philippus, I am ready. Great Hera! By the gods, what is that thing? Where did it come from? She's deflecting them all, but just barely.
Wow.
This is no time for tales of horror, my daughter. You are alive, that is all that matters. But mother, hush, know that the gods are with you, as am I. Now is the plan of the goddesses clear, Diana. You were born into this world to be the most honored among all Amazons. Henceforth, your warrior's garb shall proclaim your honor. Look now upon the standard from which we shall weave that garb, the standard of the warrior from whom you were named. she who died nobly that the Amazon race might live. Amazons, hear your queen. Even as Apollo's son gives birth to this glorious day, I have gathered you here to witness a birth of another kind. The champion has been chosen. The gods have been satisfied. There is a moment of silence. Then Diana raises her bracelets and smiles. From 1,000 Amazon throats, a mighty cheer rises to the heavens. And on a mountain called Olympus, 5 goddesses know joy. Only Hippolyta smiles not, for her thoughts are of Ares and of the words she spoke just days before. How can even the best of us succeed where the gods dare not go? And so the queen pulls her cloak around her and shivers neath Apollo's sun.
Wow, that's
such an
great
epic
retelling.
story, right? So, okay, this reprints 2020 for those that are curious, and this is originally came out in 1987.
Wow,
So the year I was born.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. I love the Greek mythology connections.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of the Wonder Womans we've read on the channel, only a few of them, but a lot of them, she's like working on a military base.
Right, she's
and
already out in the world. We don't see.
They're good, but like it was nice to get like the whole framing of her world. And,
Yes. That was
the
excellent.
art is just gorgeous. The colors in the art and the detail. And it's
It
a really
cinematic.
moving story too. The betrayal and everything is so dark. They really
They embrace the darkness to lead us to the light.
Yeah, definitely. So that was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to your pick this week.
Speaking of
I remember
darkness,
getting this when I was a kid. It was probably one of the last comics I bought from a comic shop for a while when I kind of got out of comics.
We've got Frankenstein.
Got older. Yeah, Hulk Smash by Garth Ennis, who's I think better known for doing Preacher and Punisher and kind of darker books like that. So this is like a mini series that he did back when comics were only $3.
Only $3. Marvel Knights #1, Hulk Smash. So we open up. Lieutenant Mitchell Patrick D was running for his life.
2001 is when this came out. So I was like a freshman in high school, something like that.
They pulled out that morning at dawn 5 companies of the 29th Infantry in support of an armored cav outfit, all off on some field security op the brass had been weirdly cagey about. The tanks joined them north of Reno, and they went to look for trouble. Feeling mean and looking keen, slung with their 60s and mini-me's and rockets and grenade launchers and everyone's friend, the MTG. And Lieutenant Mitchell Patrick D took one look at what they were up against, and he ran like a scalded cat.
Scalded. I like those Blade movies. Do you remember
Yes.
watching those? Those were pretty good.
They're entertaining, yes.
It was nice to see the cameo.
Yes.
That he got in Deadpool and Wolverine.
So yeah, his face really tells the story. And it's interesting that it's our guy. It's not some criminal running.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, one of our guys, one of our heroes. Hulk Smash Part 1. So yeah.
Very cool art style. John McCrae, I guess. I'm not really
very different
familiar
from the cover.
with...
Very different from the cover and the inside of the book.
Mm.
But the action is crazy in this. Yeah, it really tells what's happening.
I wonder who did the cover. I'm not seeing that in the credits, but yeah, that's an interesting. It has a painter.
Yeah, very painterly.
Painted quality, yeah.
So, he grunts. Big things were expected of Lieutenant Mitchell. Truth to tell, he was really letting the side down. His daddy got the Silver Star and half an arm blown off on some godforsaken hill in Vietnam. And his daddy bought the big one on Patriots Drive to the Rhine, where there was even talk of a Mitchell having been with Teddy Roosevelt on the charge up San Juan Hill. But Patrick D was the first of them to be an officer, straight out of West Point. A great career ahead of him. He might have even made it to the top.
He's like a Lieutenant Dan kind of character. He's
Kinda, yeah.
in a long line of men that died in the military.
Several generations were counting on him to fulfill the Mitchell destiny. But now, in that one lurching, frozen moment of terror, he'd thrown all of it away.
Even the corn nuts ad is edgy.
I know. Look at them. They're fisting up their
Farmer Brown shucks.
Oh,
methed out.
they're looking at teeth out on the other side. So there we go. Spartan leader, we got to get out of here. Spartan 6, stand fast. We got to hold it. We got to give the grunts a chance to withdraw. Spartan leader, what is it? It's big and green and insane. Fire!
God,
That
it would
is a
suck
funky
to sign
look
up
of
for
it.
the army and they're like, you're on Hulk duty. Oh, man.
We're done. I mean, why would you even try?
You gotta.
You know,
Can't
you
let
know
them
Hulk.
just rampage without trying.
No, you show up with a bag of kittens. You just let him out one by one with a ball in front of him, and he'll calm down. But look at this. Puny humans. No, oh Lord, no. Spartan leader, get out of there. It's gonna puny humans in tin boxes. Spartan leader, bail out. Hulk mad.
So this is clever. It's more like classic Hulk, but from the terrified point of view of one of these anonymous soldiers and not
Yes.
from Bruce Banner.
Yes.
The Jekyll and Hyde-like character. So, yeah, that's interesting. It's more like a horror.
Yeah.
Because he's this unstoppable monster.
It is very, yeah. And
I
then
wonder
we
if this
go
is a
back.
one-shot or at the beginning of a miniseries, because I don't think we have more of these
It
Hulk
says this
smashes.
part one. Well, no.
Maybe we'll have to track down the next one, is what I'm saying.
Well thought, Mitchell. They really sold us down the river this time. He thought of the colonel at the briefing. All blood and thunder, and no matter what you meet out there, you will uphold the proud traditions of the regiment. And he spat in the dust with impotent rage. All they got was a grid ref and a call sign and orders to hold no matter what. There was a muttered mention of a dangerous fugitive, someone intelligence had been tracking for some time, or something, the colonel had said as he looked at the floor. The captain from Brooklyn, Jimmy whatever, he made some crack about the atom bomb tests they used to do out here and what might be running around as a result. Mitchell remembered that and cursed. Then he remembered the faces of the kids of his platoon right at the moment they saw the monster, a second before he broke and ran. And Mitchell knew who'd really sold them out. And he's crying.
Janeway is on the cover of Starlog 2000. Now
Oh,
she's
that's
got
cool.
that statue in Indiana, right?
I know, we have to go and visit
That'd
it.
be cool.
Then we have an ad. PlayStation. Before victory comes humility. Stand and fight, damn you. We make a stand here or we're finished. Form a line, aim for its face, give it maximum. Human, insects always attacking Hulk, hunting him like animal.
Shooting him in the face.
Yes, humans with guns and tanks and planes, humans with bombs and fire, but humans never learn.
Which lunchbox would you want?
The plastic one.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the Mysterio one.
I remember I had a Charlie Brown, Peanuts one. I loved it. It was metal at the time. I loved it. Opening it up and there would be ho-hos in there and a cheese sandwich and chips and my thermos full of Kool-Aid. It was great.
Oh.
I loved it. Humans not listen. Leave Hulk alone. Look at the carnage.
Yeah, what a splash page. It's weird. It's almost a splash page. There's a little panel here and then a big panel here.
But he's breaking out. He's like breaking up his panel and just demolishing everything. Look at these guys. I mean, we'll have to get part 2 to see what Mitchell does. They were pulling out now what was left of them. And from what Mitchell could see, that was no more than a dozen guys crammed aboard a turretless M1, whatever it was, and sent the 29th to their doom and a lot of explaining to do. And
you can really tell Garth Ennis did his homework on like the military lingo and the cadence of speech.
The lettering is beautiful. It's just so tightly packed in the boxes. There's more image than there is word box.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit daunting to read here, but so he's watching everyone try to retreat. And whoever it was, he decided to cut their losses. And Hulk looks up. Dogfight! It's clear of our ground troops. We're going in. Roger that, big dog. Dogfight, line abreast. I don't want that thing to get out of here. There. I want a sea of napalm around the freak. Hulk growls. Grrr. This is Dog 4. What's it doing? That's like crazy. Is it Dogfight or Dogflight from Big Dog? Break. No way. Dogflight. I said break. So he picks up a tank and whips it up at the plane.
It's cool how the panel almost creates an arrow. The panel gutters towards those planes in the upper right-hand corner.
And you see he takes out.
Jeez.
Which is
it's like that Roy Lichtenstein print of the plane. It's kind of like a callback to that. It doesn't have the big Krakow or whatever on it. But oh gosh, those 2000s graphic design, that's rough looking.
Yeah.
It's a little harsh. This aged well.
Didn't it?
It looks goofy, but I was trying to be so edgy and shiny, and I don't know, I feel like with this early coloring of digital design, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but there's just a weird sheen on, like the source. What's the source of light?
Yeah. Dog 3, reverse your turn. You're way too close. You're gonna hit. Big Dog, we're out of here. And he's going to take off, but he's too close, and he wings him there.
Uh-oh.
Big Dog from Dog 4, I can't hold her. This is Dog 3, Mayday. You two idiots punch out. Lord in heaven, if you want something done right. And they're, thought Mitchell bitterly as the lone A-10 begins its run. There's a man. Come, human, face Hulk! And he drops his payload. Come! And all this napalm lights Hulk up. Alpha Base from Big Dog. Looks like I cooked your monster. Have negative visual. Repeat negative visual. Grrr! And he jumps out of the burning napalm. Alpha Base, nix that.
I like the flame sticking to him like that. That's
cool. The Hulk jumps up, leaps up on top of his plane, and he rips open the cockpit. Pathetic human, drop fire on Hulk. Hulk burned, but Hulk not hurt. Come out, human. See who's stronger now. Come out. You got it. He takes off. Huh? Hey, you okay? I'll live. Pat Mitchell. I was with Baker the 29th. Man, that was incredible. Lucas Parker, Major, Air National Guard. I get it. Stupid, pathetic humans. Hulk lives. He's coming out of the dirt. I guess not. Yeah, well, I ain't finished with it yet. So you went in with the grunts, huh? That's right. So what are you doing all the way up here? Where's your rifle, Lieutenant? And in the 110-degree heat of the Nevada desert, Lieutenant Mitchell felt the world grow cold.
Oh, geez. It's kind of more of a psychological story about bravery or recklessness or cowardice. He deserves.
Definitely all those things. But
wouldn't you? That really makes you think, well, I would probably run away from the Hulk too.
But I'm wondering if he redeems himself in the second part, you know?
Yeah.
And learns that maybe taking a different approach at the
kittens, probably.
The Hulk at the kittens is the way. Ice cream and kittens. Bring the Hulk down. Cools him right off.
Interesting. This is new enough for them to be advertising the Marvel.com website. I remember getting AOL. Go into stuff. Yeah, go into stuff like that. Learn about Marvel. Well, if you enjoyed watching this, give us a like and a comment, and hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching.